Hello, I'm Clive Godwin, founder and CEO of Solvassure, a technology company that helps financial services firms comply with regulations, and you're watching the 60-second rule. New accountability regulations were introduced by the FCA and the PRA after the global banking crisis. Now, these include the senior managers regime, certification regime, and conduct rules, which affect authorised financial services firms in the UK. 900 dual-regulated firms went live in March 2016, and up to 50,000 regulated firms must go live in 2018, which have been split into three groups: enhanced, core, and limited scope, with the regime aiming to be proportionate. There are unlimited fines and even jail sentences for non-compliance, which exposes anyone at the top to considerable risk. 60-Second Rule is an online series that provides a quick and practical 10-step guide to the regime and the activities firms should be focusing on to stay compliant. I have a question for you. How does your firm annually certify as fit and proper every employee responsible for a certification function with supporting evidence along with employer and regulatory references? Let's find out, shall we?
This is mandatory for relevant authorised persons who perform a significant harm function. The Fit and Proper test is used to assess an individual's suitability and forms the basis for the certification regime. Under this regime, employees should only perform such a function if they have been issued a certificate by the firm which is valid for 12 months. Firms must also seek references from all employers in the last 6 years, provide references to authorised firms, and send any relevant updates to a person's current employer. Solvassure sends out automated self-certification checks for the 19 FIT assessments to nominated individuals on an anniversary basis. It notifies key stakeholders of any problems, with evidence attached and exceptions resolved in real time before a certificate is produced in draft and final versions. References can also be recorded against a person for regulatory purposes.
If you're not using a digital approach to track your certification regime, then you might end up losing some sleep over it. Andrew Bailey, Chief Executive of the FCA, turned up the heat when he said, "The process of certification is overseen by senior managers. It is their responsibility to ensure it works." Now, some companies have chosen to allow employees to self-certify on their individual anniversaries, whilst others are using HR resource to process everyone at the same time. The choice is yours. Solvassure is licensed by the FCA and the PRA to use their copyright regulatory material. So please do get in touch if you'd like to talk about the certification regime. In our next episode, we'll be looking at conduct rules. Thanks for watching.